What's up guys, this is Ray, and today we'll be talking about the 2018 Japanese movie Killing, directed by Tsukamoto Shinya and starring Ikematsu Sosuke, Aoi Yu, and Tsukamoto Shinya himself. But before we dive into this review, if you guys are new to Eiga-Man Ray, I upload reviews and discussions of Japanese movies every chance that I get, so if you're new to the channel and you dig the content, you can help support this channel by checking out other videos featured here and also by subscribing. So on to the review. When it comes to Tsukamoto Shinya's filmography, Killing, long story short, Killing was a great movie. It's a samurai movie, but I feel like it's very different from your typical samurai affair. I think it also feels like a very different Tsukamoto Shinya movie. I was first introduced to Tsukamoto with Tetsuo the Iron Man, which was a great, bizarre, and just amazing film. And I think generally when it comes to Tsukamoto's filmography, he has a pretty solid filmography. I think for the most part, his movies have been really enjoyable for me, at least all the ones that I've seen. I don't think there has been a Tsukamoto movie that I didn't enjoy, and that includes Killing. So Killing, it's about this Ronin by the name of Mokonoshin, and he lives with these farmers, or rather he lives with them temporarily while he's passing through. He's going to be leaving, he's going to be on his way to go towards Edo, which was feudal era Tokyo. Sometime before he leaves, this wandering Ronin by the name of Saomura visits the village, and Saomura attempts to recruit Mokonoshin to travel him to Edo so that way they can serve the shogun. But sometime before they depart for Edo, the village is visited by these group of bandits or outlaws or other Ronin, and these Ronin are up to no good. So as these Ronin cause more and more mischief in the village, Mokonoshin has to decide what to do. So that's me being vague about the story, but more or less that's how the story starts. But when it comes to what I liked about Killing, first of all, compared to other samurai movies, compared to other Jidaigeki movies, I feel like this movie is focused not so much on the chambara, on the sword fighting, and instead focuses a lot more on the character. I felt like all of the main characters here were very strong, very multi-layered, and Ikematsu Sosuke, I think he's a solid actor, but I think he definitely put on a very good performance in this movie. Basically what I like about Mokonoshin is that at first you don't really know what he's about. He's kind of calm, you see him sparring with the brother of Aoi Yu, and he's a good fighter, but he doesn't come off as boastful or anything like that. So he comes off as cool and calm, calculating at first. You don't really know what he's about, and then Saomura enters their lives, and his relationship with Aoi Yu, at first he just lives in the same household, but you see something kind of form between Mokonoshin and Yu, who is Aoi Yu's character. And then it gets even more complicated when the Ronin enter the village, and they have a confrontation, and you can see them the way they speak to each other. But then as the story goes on, you see more and more layers get peeled away when it comes to Mokonoshin's what his character is. And you learn, this is not much of a spoiler at all, but then you learn that Mokonoshin has a problem when it comes to taking others' lives. And that's kind of where the central struggle of the story comes, because he's confronted with these bandits. He gets visited by Saomura, who wants Mokonoshin to join his gang, to join his crew, so that way they can serve the shogun. So when it comes to the option of taking someone's life, that's where you see something kind of stir within Mokonoshin, and that's where a lot of the interesting points in the story comes up. And when it comes to the sword fighting, when it comes to the chambara, you do get a few moments here and there, a lot of which is sparring between Mokonoshin and Yu's brother. But then, that's just sparring. But then you do get actual action, and when it comes to the action, it's pretty fun. It's pretty satisfying. I think a lot of the action is performed by Saomura, who is Tsukamoto Shinya's character, and you can see the violence, the kind of violence you can expect from a Tsukamoto movie here, although I feel like it's not to the same degree, but you can still see it here. Expect to see a lot of blood, a lot of limbs getting chopped off, and some pretty cool dialogue. I think one of my favorite bits of dialogue was performed by Saomura. He cuts some dude up, they're bleeding out, and he just says to them, you're gonna bleed out. Take these last remaining moments to ponder about the mistakes of your life. And it was just such a cool moment. But something I enjoyed about the sword play, it's more than the choreography. The choreography was pretty good, but it was the emotional weight behind the swords that were swinging, especially when it came to the final confrontation. When it comes to what I thought were negatives about Killing, some moments during the action sequences, there was a shaky cam. For me, the way I like to enjoy my action movies is seeing the whole entire, just whatever is taking place, and sometimes the shaky cam just got just too intense for it. I understand it's meant to represent how chaotic the situation is, but I felt like for me, for what I like to enjoy about action movies, there are some moments I wasn't enjoying the shaking cam. But other than that, overall, when it comes to killing, solid performances, a very simple story, but at the same time, a very emotionally driven story. There's some kind of moments that, if you're not used to Tsukamoto's movies, you might be wondering what the heck is going on. But I think everything when tied up at the end, it just made for a satisfying experience. But I think what really did this movie for me is how just character-driven this story is. Different than a typical samurai movie where it's more, or a lot of it might be more focused on the action. This one was definitely more focused on the struggles of Mokonoshin and how he has to overcome this issue when it comes to taking another's life. And I think it's interesting that was the main point of struggle, that he has issues killing someone else. That's why the title of the movie is Killing. But I definitely recommend this movie if you are a fan of Tsukamoto Shinya's work. If you're a fan of samurai movies, I think this movie has a lot to offer. Anyways, yes, those are my thoughts on Killing. What did you guys think? Please let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on all the social media channels. And if you really enjoy the content, you can always hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. And also check out my Patreon page. You can find the link in the description area below. And yeah, that's about it for me, guys. And as always, everyone, thank you so much for watching. And special thanks to all my patrons over at Patreon for supporting this channel and anything and everything that I do. And I'll catch you all again in the next video. Take it easy.